Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are fine and safe too. Today we are going to take the first lesson of your textbook Network and Security. What do you mean by network, children? Before moving on to the lesson, let us see what are the objectives of this lesson that we have to learn. Okay, there are three objectives. First one is get familiar with computer networking. What do you mean by computer networking? Second one, to learn networking protocols. What are networking protocols? We will learn. Then to learn computer malware. What is computer virus and all? That is to learn computer malware. These are the three things that we are going to learn. The network determines a mutual communication between two or more systems to share information. Using two or more systems means two or more computers to share information. That is called network. Computer network, telephone network, telecommunication networks, etc. These any systems connecting each other to pass information, that is called networking. It can be through computer, it can be through television, it can be through telecommunication, etc. Are the examples of some network. These are called network, transforming information from one system to another system. Okay. Then telecommunication network is used to communicate through phone. What is telecommunication system? That is through phone exchanging messages, that is known as telecommunication. Okay. Then what is computer network? We will go to detail about what is computer network. A computer network is a group of interconnected computer through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellites or infrared light beams. With the help of all these, it is a group of interconnected computers. It is a connection of computers through all these things, that is called computer network. What is computer network, children? Group of interconnection through computers. Computer connecting through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellites or infrared light beams, etc. are called computer network. Then it is a collection of computers, terminals, servers and hardware components with a connection. It is a collection of all these things. And through computer network, we can share informations and resources very easily. With a computer, with the internet, what we can computer internet network, we can exchange informations very easily. And internet connections. Okay. Next one is ARPANET. What is ARPANET, children? It is the first computer network introduced by the US Defense Department in 1969. Which is the first computer network, children? ARPANET. Okay. And it led to the development of internet. Computer network and ARPANET is the first computer network and it led to the development of internet. What is different between internet and ARPANET, children? We will see. Many small networks or computers are connected to make a global network of computers. We will see what are the different types of computer networks. The four different types of networks are there, that is PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN. These are the four types of computer network. Okay, now we will see what is a PAN. Okay, PAN full form, all these short form, okay, PAN, LAN, WAN and MAN. These four are the short forms which you have to learn the full form for the exam. In the exam, they will be asking what is PAN. You have to say it is a personal area network and is used for communication among computers and computerized device. Both wires and wireless communications can be used for PAN and it generally covers a distance of less than 10 meters. It is a short computer network. Okay, that is only the computer and the wires systems, all the computerized device will be there in that computer network. And what is LAN? That is local area network. In the local area, suppose we are standing here and around the local area around here, that network is known as LAN. What is the full form of LAN, children? Local area network, and it is a network covering a small physical area such as home, office, school, airport, hospital, etc. These local places. For example, different computers and printer on different locations in your school can be connected each other through a network. Yes, in our school, from the classroom to the office and from office to the library, all these internet connections can be, that computer network is known as LAN. In our school, LAN can be used for in computer network. Okay. Next, so that is in a local area, in the place around. Okay. Now what is WAN? Metropolitan Area Network. That is a large number of computer network which span an entire city or a large campus. In the entire city it can be used. First one was inside the house or in the inside in a small 10 meters, around net 10 meters only we can use that net, that is PAN. And LAN is in the school, in the computer lab, library, like that, in the school, in the local area around, or in the office, the downstairs, upstairs, like that area we can use LAN. And MAN is a metropolitan area where in the city to city can be can use the computer network. And it usually connects many LANs together ranging for several blocks. Then small LANs will be there. LAN means in the local area, right? In a local area there will be a LAN, and another area there will be a LAN. So many LANs together makes a MAN. Okay, so a MAN is typically used in a company or an organization to connect their branches together. So there will be lot of branches in the companies and all, right? Or lot of blocks in the schools and all. So such, or in the universities, different blocks will be there, right? So there all we use MAN. Or we can use in the different cities, large campus also we can use MAN. Okay, see the picture there in the page number 6, children. See here. See here, children. Can you see here? This is personal area network. Can you see? You look into your book and you can see personal area network, that is PAN, and local area network, that is LAN, and metropolitan area, that is known as MAN. And what is WAN, children? That is worldwide, W for world, world area network, different world also we can use, that is span a wide geographical area such as cities, countries, continents, or even the whole world, that is through satellite. Through the whole world we can have connections, computer network, that is through satellite. And WANs may transmit data over high-speed phone lines or wireless links such as satellites to cover long distance. The world's most popular WAN is internet. Yes, so this computer networks, PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN, etc. is used. The most fastest network is internet, or the most popular WAN, that is internet. Okay, the thing that we are using now. Now let's see what is internet. What is internet, children? It is a global system of interconnected computer network. Say, children, what is internet? It is a global system of interconnected computer network. Global system, interconnection between the computer networks are known as internet. Many computer networks are there, we learned, right? All these networks are connected, interconnected, that is known as internet. and it consists of millions of private and public network. Many private and public networks, PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN, all these are there. All these in different places. All these internet computer networks together form a internet. And networks of the internet are linked by copper wire, fiber optic cable, wireless connections, and other technologies. With all these, it is linked. Internet provides lot of informations, resources and services. It carries vast informations of anything. Whatever you don't know, we can search in the internet, right? So any informations can be provided, will be provided from the internet, and it provides services like, what are the services that it do, children? It gives us email, we can send email, online chatting, e-education means through computer we can educate, that is we can learn many things. And teleconferencing, we can do conference call, we can do meetings. Now we are doing meetings, now we are taking class through online, and for all these we need internet. So file sharing etc. can be done, e-commerce etc. can be done through this internet. We can share files, we can share folders, we can share photos, we can send emails, we can receive emails, we can send letters, or any informations which you don't know, that you can get from the internet. So internet is very useful, especially in this situations too, right? Now, what is intranet? As I told you, we have to find out what is different between internet and intranet, right? We will see what is the difference. What is different, children? Intranet is the network belongs to an organization and designed to be accessible only by the organization members, employees, or other organized authorized person. That is, intranet is a kind of network only, but it can be opened or it can be done in the special organization or special companies only. Only that users or only those employees who are working that organization can work on it, and we can send files of that organization to another person. You can see the picture there, from main office to branch office you are sending. That for that purpose and all we are using intranet. And companies use intranet to share files and utilize a website to collaborate. And internet has a limited number of users rather than internet. Internet worldwide, right? Everybody can use. But intranet, only limited number of users will be there, because only in an organization who all are working, they are only using this intranet. They are not using internet. Internet is worldwide, anybody can be a user of that. But intranet, only then organization employees or the authorized person in this company can be used. That is the difference between internet and intranet. Okay children, hope the first objective of this lesson is clear to you. That is, what is computer networking, types of computer networking, difference between internet and intranet, etc. Okay, now we will move on to the second objective, that is network protocol, or we'll see. Network protocol is a set of rules used by a computer. A set of rules used by a computer means a set of limitations or set of things that are used by the computer to communicate with each other across a network. To communicate or to access through the network, these are the rules that you have to, there are some rules that is known as protocol, network protocol. And it is a standard way of communicating across a network. So then only there will be a standard, right? So this is a way of standard communication, that is communicating, that is a standard communication across the network. And TCP, IP or HTTP and FTP are some protocols used in network. to transfer through network, if we want to pass this file, what FTP is used, that is file transfer protocol is used to transfer a file or an option of a file from one system to another under the command of FTP user. Typically FTP is used interactively by an online user. This FTP is used interactively by an online user. These are the three network protocol. You have to learn this full form and also why it is used for. Okay children, now we will see what is the advantages of computer networking. Computer networking, especially nowadays, it is very much useful, right? But what are the uses, children? We can share the files, we can share resources, and ease of communication. It's a mode of communication. We can communicate each other. Now the ma'am is communicating with you, right? So that is all through network or through internet. We will see file sharing. How can we share? The major advantages of a computer network is that it allows the file sharing and remote file access. It saves the time which is wasted in copying a file from one system to another. If there is net, we can simply send a file and it can be received there instead of copying and pasting etc, wasting time in copying the file into the CD and then taking the CD and going there and putting it and saying. But instead of that, what we can do, we can simply send so that it can be transferred to the another computer. Then resource sharing. What do you mean by resource, children? Computer resources are printer, scanner, modem, etc. All computers is a network can share resources such as printer, scanner, modem, etc. All these resources can be shared through network. Then ease of communication. Computer networking technology has improved the way of communications. Computer network allows people to communicate through. What are the modes of communication, children? Email, letters, everything is there, right? And telephone, television, these all are means of communication. But here, through computer, how can we communicate? Email. And this makes the transmission of information easier and less expensive. Yes, before sending a message was very expensive, but nowadays sending a message or sending a file or sending a mail is very easy and it is less expensive, means no need of that much money to send a message or a means of communication to another person. Just send through the mail or just send through the WhatsApp, all these things, right? So for everything, these all are the advantages of computer networking. And what are the things that we need for an internet connection, children? To install or use internet, the following components are generally required. What are the things? Of course, we need a computer, right? For net and all, for internet and all, we need a computer. Secondly, we need a modem, then a telephone line, then internet service provider, then internet will be there. So okay, nowadays we don't need all these, but to connect with a computer, it will be easy. Or it will be very fast if all these things are there. Modem, telephone lines, then internet service provider, the internet. All these things are required to use internet. Now we will see what is network security. While we are using, there are a lot of dangerous things hidden there, like virus and all. So we need a network security. Network security refers to any undertaking designed to protect the network. Any undertaking, anything that will protect the network, that is known as network security. It is essential to protect a network and a resource from unauthorized access to prevent data. Yes, it is necessary that unauthorized data should not come to our system, right? If it comes, it is what we can say, it is a criminal offense. Okay, we cannot copy or we cannot take, and it should not be there also, because if we are downloading which we should not download, or if we are taking a file which should not be downloaded, along with it we will be getting some viruses also, that is like coronavirus. Okay, because once it is affected, it will not go. Okay, it will keep on eating the data and the files inside our computer. What all things are there in our computer, that it will start eating. Suppose there will be beautiful photos and all in your mobile, right, or in your system or in your computer. Then what happened if this virus affected data or files, if you are downloading from the internet, what happens, the virus in it, no, it will come to our system also, and what all things are there in our system, that will start what we can say, spoiling our things also. Our photos will be virus affected. Same like this COVID. Once it come to a person, it will not leave, right? What happened, it will move on to the another person, then it will move to the other person. The same way, once this malware or once this virus is in our system, what happens, it will keep on affecting all other softwares or all the things in our computer. So what is the security that we have to do? We will see what are the virus things. Okay, the virus group, that is known as malware. So usually nowadays all the there are many viruses. All these virus groups we are saying nowadays it is as a virus. Okay, malware is a short form of malicious software. Actually it is a software which will spoil the system, and it is a type of destructive software program that can reproduce itself and spread from one computer to another like a virus, right? You can see the picture, it is a virus. It is actually a software which will open and it will move on to different devices or different softwares in the system, and spread from one computer to another, like suppose if you are connecting pen drive to one system, and then from that computer to our pen drive it will go. Then we are taking that pen drive and we are switching to the another computer, and from through this pen drive, what happened, the virus will be in the other computer also. So in the same way, that virus will keep on exchanging from one system to another, and it will be affected, and it become installed on the computer without knowledge of person using the computer. We don't know when it will be, how it will be in our system. It can come through pen drive, CD, or downloading things, any type it can come to our system. Malware include computer virus, worm, Trojan horse, spyware, adware, and other malicious software. All these malicious softwares are some of the malwares. Okay, in the day-to-day life nowadays, all type of computer malware, all type of malwares are known as virus. We will say it's a virus affected. So there are different types of viruses also, that is worm, Trojan, and all. Okay, then however, there is difference in the manner they behave. There are different viruses, and each virus is having different behavior also. How this virus is going to behave, we will see. Computer virus is a computer program that can reproduce itself and spread from one computer to another. Computer virus is a computer program that can reproduce from one computer to another computer, and viruses are spread through internet and email messages. It also spread when people share infected pen drives and other portable media. That's what I said. When we are using portable medias or pen drives or memory cards or cable wires or sending mails, through all these things, the virus can be spread from one computer to another. Then what is Trojan horse? A Trojan horse is a computer program that is hiding a virus or other potential damaging program. When Trojan horse is there, what happens? It will hide the virus in somewhere. We cannot find it out. It neither replicates nor copies itself, but causes damage to the computer. It is not going to copy anything, but what happened? It will damage the computers. A Trojan horse may arrive in a form of joke program of software of some sort, and the malicious functioning of Trojan horse may be data destruction or allowing your computer to be remotely controlled by someone else. You can control, somebody else can control our system if this Trojan horse is there in our system. Now worm. What is worm, children? It is also a type of software, of course we know, and it can spread without human interaction. We don't need a human interaction there. It can transfer. It often spread from computer to computer and takes up valuable memory and network bandwidth, which can cause a computer to stop responding. Sometimes we might have seen, right, our computer shutting down and it is not opening, the system is not opening, and all that is because this worm is there. Worm, you know worm, that worm is there inside, it will, the computer system will stop functioning. And worm can also allow attackers to gain access to your computer remotely without knowing. The hackers can use our computer system also. So all these are dangerous to our computer. Virus, Trojan horse and worm are dangerous to our system because it is going to affect our computer. Okay children, that is computer malware. The way the malware attack a computer. Now how will this virus attack our computer? We will see. The most potential and vulnerable threat to our computer is virus attack. The most dangerous thing to our computer is virus attack. Okay, and the major source of virus attack are listed below. What are the copying files from virus infected CDs or pen drive? This is what ma'am told, how the virus is coming to our computer. Through CDs, through pen drive, downloading virus affected files from internet, downloading virus affected emails, attachments, etc. Sharing attachments means when we are sending a file, along with it we will be sending any photos or videos or biodatas like that, right? That is called attachments. So in that file or in that attachment, if there is virus into our computer also, that virus will come. Sharing a virus infected file through a computer network. You should not share a virus infected files through computer network. All these things you should be care of while using a computer because it may cause damage to your computer. Virus is a dangerous disease for our computer. So it should not be affected by the computer. If it is it may shut down or it may damage the computer system, or it will delete the files from the system. We cannot work our software properly, etc. Okay children. Now antivirus software. Yes. So when we are having a disease, there is a medicine for it, right? The same way when the computer is having a virus, an antivirus is there. Medicine for virus. Okay. We will see. Antivirus softwares are programs which can detect, prevent and clean up computer virus which may attempt to infect your computer system. Yes. If virus is there in our system, antivirus should be there in our system. So when we are clicking that antivirus system, it will eat the virus or it will remove the virus which is there in our system so that it will not be affected. So when you are buying a computer, there should be an antivirus. Suppose your friend is giving you a pen drive and you are using it. What happens when you are putting inside? If antivirus is there, it will clean that virus and only the files or the games will be installed in our computer which is there in that pen drive. Okay. Suppose your friend is giving a pen drive which is having a movie, and along with that movie there is a virus. So what happened in your computer? If antivirus is there, then that antivirus will eat that virus or delete that virus, then only the movies will be installed into your computer. So antivirus should be there in your computer. That is a medicine for a virus. Okay. Then it will scan downloaded file as well as the entire computer system in order to detect and prevent presence of an infection, so that there will not be any infections. And flip the page number 10, children. There are some antivirus. Different medicines are there for this virus. What are they? VAST, AVG, McAfee, Kaspersky, and Norton. All these 5 are the antivirus for a virus affected system. If any of this is there and if you just scan it, the virus will be deleted from your system. How to avoid a computer virus? How can we avoid a computer virus, children? A virus can destroy your computer completely. As we told you, if virus is there, it will be affected to your computer completely. So you have to prevent virus from entering your machine. It should not be there in your computer. For that, what are the things that you should do? Use an antivirus software or update it on regular basis. In your system, there should be antivirus. Make sure that the system firewall is on. Your computer firewall should be on. Do not download pirated software, movies, songs, games, etc. Do not download virus affected movies, songs or games, etc. Do not visit unauthorized website. Don't go and search for unauthorized websites. Then scan email attachment before downloading. When you are downloading any attachment or any mail, scan it before you open it. Then scan CDs, pen drive, etc. You have to scan the pen drives and CDs so that the virus will be deleted from that, and then you can open the pen drive. And use original operating system. Use original operating system in your computer. Don't use any duplicate items. Okay, these are the things how you can avoid computer virus, and if there is computer virus, there should be antivirus also in your computer. Then you can kill that virus from the before entering to your computer. So these are the last part of your first lesson, that is how to learn computer malware, that is virus. Okay children, so with this we completed the 3 objectives of our lesson. Which was the first objective, children? Computer networking. You know what is computer networking, types of computer networking, etc. Next one is networking protocols, the rules and regulations for using a networking. For networking, what are the protocols we have to follow? Then third one, to learn computer malware. These are the 3 objectives, and we completed this first lesson. And the question answer parts and the fill in the blanks and all you are going to do yourself in the textbook with a pencil. Okay children, next class we will be discussing about the question answers, fill in the blanks and all. After that only you should write it in your notebook. Okay children, we will discuss, then we will write it in the notebook. Till then, take care. Hope this lesson is clear to you. Read the lesson again and again. One more time I am telling you. Please read it and try to understand it. If you are not understanding, please make me a call. I will be clearing it to you personally. Okay children? Thank you. Be at home and be safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.